Hello everybody. Today I'm going to discuss inbound IDocs. So this topic is important for functional consultants, ABAPers, and for from interview perspective, this is also very important because in interviews you will be asked the questions about IDocs. So in normal scenario, we create the purchase order and send it to the vendor, and then vendor reviews the purchase order and sends a notification prior to the delivery. And in SAP, we call it inbound delivery or advanced shipping notification. So from this diagram, you can see on the left side, we are purchasing company and we have created the purchase order. Now it is sent to the vendor, and vendor is going to send the acknowledgement, and that will create an inbound delivery in SAP system. So how this is done, I'm going to discuss. So in normal procure to pay cycle, if you have received some training or you have some basic knowledge, we create purchase order and then do goods receipt in MyGo and finally do Myro, invoice verification. This is the main steps which any trainer will tell you. But apart from this, there is a scenario where we create the purchase order, then do the inbound delivery and do the goods receipt against the inbound delivery, not against the purchase order. And then finally, we do the invoice verification in Myro. So the second step in the green line is for inbound delivery and we call is advanced shipping notification. To enable this inbound delivery, there is a tab in purchase order at line item where you select that it should be received against the inbound delivery, and that tab is called confirmation. I'll show you. So there is a definition of advanced shipping notification. So basically this is a document between the company and the suppliers. So the supplier is going to send a prior information which is saved in SAP as a inbound delivery information. So ASN will have information like when the delivery is going to come, at what time, and what are other things, other notes, whether you need any equipment or resources to unload the delivery at your premises. To create the inbound delivery in SAP, we can go in VL31N, where we give the purchase order and the vendor and the inbound, the delivery date when it is going to come. So in this example, first of all, I'll create a purchase order. Then that purchase order goes to the vendor. Now vendor is going to send the ASN, which we will receive in our SAP system as inbound delivery. The IDocs involved in these examples are in outbound IDoc and inbound IDoc. So for outbound IDoc purchase order, the message type used is PORDCR. Basic type is PORDCR05 and process code is ME10. So with the help of this configuration in partner profile, the IDoc will be sent to the vendor. To receive the IDoc, which is inbound IDoc, for inbound delivery, the message type will be DESADV, DESADV, and basic type will be DESADV01, and the process code will be DESA. I'll show you in the configuration how it is done. So whether we are sending the IDoc to the vendor or receiving some IDoc from the vendor. So here vendor will be created as a partner, and whatever configuration in partner profile, which is the W20, we will do with the partner, which is vendor in our example. So I'm going to create the purchase order, and going to the line item tab confirmation, I'll select the uh, confirmation control key so that our purchase order will be received against the inbound delivery in VL 31N. Uh, we will create the inbound delivery in VL31N, and finally we will receive the goods through the MyGo transaction. I'll show you manually how I'm going to create the purchase order and do the inbound delivery first. Then I'll show you how it is done through the IDocs. So here I am at the SAP screen, and I'm in transaction ME21N for creating the purchase order. So just to save the time, I'm going to take any of the existing purchase order and drag and drop to the card, so that no need to fill the information. So here you see the vendor is ending with 17, ALT vendor, and we are going to buy this material, which is iron rod. And if you see here at the confirmation tab of the line item, I have selected inbound delivery. Okay, so if I select this, it means before receiving the goods, vendor has to send the inbound delivery information via ASN, advanced shipping notification. So I'm going to save this IDoc and see the delivery date is 31st of January, and document created date is 19th of January. So just saving this purchase order, and the purchase order ending with 29 is 23 is created. Now I'm going to create inbound delivery through the transaction VL31N. So as soon as I'm here, create inbound delivery, my vendor is there and purchase order is there, and I say that the delivery date will be 31st of January, and the time will be office time, office hours, 11 o'clock in the morning. Hit enter. Okay, and rest of the things is here. If there is any other information that can go in the text or header text, whether you need crane or other resources or any other thing, just save this. So advanced shipping notification is created now. Now to receive the goods, I am here in MyGo transaction, and you see I'm going to do the goods receipt against the inbound delivery, not the purchase order. If you try to do the goods receipt against purchase order, there will be error, or I mean it will say no material available. We can check this. So let's receive the goods against the inbound delivery here. I'm in MyGo transaction, and goods received inbound delivery, the inbound delivery number, hit enter. And everything is okay, then press item OK and save. Okay, enter storage location, where so this is our steps from purchase order, then inbound delivery, and finally receiving the goods. So now the IDoc part comes. So I'm going to create the purchase order which will be sent to the vendor, and vendor will send us the inbound delivery details uh, in terms of inbound IDoc. So to create the purchase order, I am here in ME21 and transaction, and I have filled the information, vendor information, material quantity, delivery date, plant storage location, and here at the confirmation tab, I'll select inbound delivery. Okay, so this part is done. If you see messages here, this is the important thing to send the IDoc out. So it will create the outbound IDoc. You see our output type is ZALT, medium is 6 EDI, and partner receiving is ending with 17. So if I save this purchase order, so new purchase order ending with 24 is created. Okay, this is highlighted here. Okay, now to check whether the outbound IDoc is created or not, I'm here in transaction WE05, which is for IDoc listing or monitoring /n WE05. If I execute it, I can see this is my message type, which is orders, and this is the last IDoc created now, and I can check whether it is created for my purchase order. So this is the purchase order 925 ending with these 3 digits, and if you can see the corresponding purchase order here ending with 924. How this IDoc is created, I'll show you the partner profile. Here I am in transaction WE20 to create the partner profiles. As we are going to send the purchase order to the vendor, I have created one partner profile in this LI, which is vendor. So partner type LI here is for vendors, and my vendor is here. So I have created as a partner. You see here the outbound parameters. This is the message type orders. So with the help of this, outbound IDoc is created. So if I show you the details, it contains message type, basic type, and here the attached output type of the purchase order along with process code. So 3 things are important here: message type, basic type, and this process code ME10. So that information was for outbound IDoc. Now when we receive the inbound delivery, so against this partner, I mean the vendor, inbound message type is listed here. So you just press this plus button, it will give you option what message type you want to save here. So if I show you, the message type is DESADV and its process code is DESA. So 2 information are important here to receive the IDoc. So if you see the IDoc status, it is sent to the port or it is sent to the vendor. Okay, it is successfully created here and its status is green, and this is outbox, means going out. Now vendor has received this purchase order, and now he is going to send us the inbound delivery information. Okay, how it is done, I am going to show you. So to test the inbound IDoc, there is a tool or transaction WE19. So we go to transaction WE19 and we give our basic type. In our case, this is a DESADB01. So you give this basic type, execute it, and these are all the control segment, who is the sender and receiver. We need to fill it. Okay, I have already filled this IDoc, so I'm going to take the one existing one and show you how it is done. So in real scenario, when you are working on some project, you need to test whether the inbound IDoc is working or not. So this is the main challenge here. I'll tell you what are the challenges. So first of all, this information is uh, easily available. Who is the sender? So partner number, our vendor is ending with 17, and partner type is ally. So this information is there in partner profile, we have already maintained. Because as a SAP system we are going to receive the IDoc, so this is our partner number. So this is SAP system detail which is going to receive the IDoc, and here we need to fill the message type. So this information is filled. That was the control segment of the IDoc. Now this inbound delivery IDoc has several segments. If see, so if I expand this, you can see all the segments of this IDoc. So here, this is the header part. So in the header, I have told the IDoc that this will be my purchase order, and this is my plant, I mean shipping point, and there's not much information, only two information is filled at this level. Now again, if you come here, this is purchase order number, shipping point. Okay, nothing much, only two information at header level. And here in this segment K06, so I'm going to tell the delivery will be on 31st of January, and date format is YYY and then and DD, and this is the time, at this time the delivery will come. So this information is there. Now for the line item, here I tell purchase order was created on this date, line item number is 10, and okay, three information here. Rest of the information goes at this segment P09. Here I tell plant, storage location, material, what is the material you are going to send us, and the quantity and unit of measure kg, but there is some ISO conversion, so I have told kgm. The system will convert it to kg. Nothing much here. Okay, so quantity and material, line item, purchase order, everything is provided in IDoc. Now to execute this, you go here, standard inbound, press this button, and you see partner profile is okay. If it is not, it was not maintained properly, it will be red. So that is the first thing, you need to correct your partner profile, maintain properly. So I maintained the vendor 17 as partner, and he is going to send the IDoc, and he'll send us the IDoc in this message type, and the system, our SAP system, is going to process this IDoc with the help of process code. So process code is a code, it has just a name, but important thing is that it is linked to a function module. This function module is responsible to read all the data of this IDoc and create the inbound delivery. So it's all done. Just say okay. And here IDoc number ending with 901 is transferred to the application. So we are going to receive this IDoc, and this IDoc has created the advanced shipping notification or inbound delivery. I'm going to check now. So to check the IDoc, here I'm in transaction W05, just execute it, and you see all the IDocs, okay, whether it's inbound or outbound. So this is your monitoring tool where you see all the IDocs. See, this is inbox. So we have received one IDoc ending with 901. If I double click this, I can see what data is sent. So in these segments, you see purchase order number ending with 924 is sent to us, and along with the other information in other segments. So if you come here at the item level, see, this is our item details. Expand this. So see, here you see the quantity is 1, unit of measure, plant, storage location. Whether this IDoc has created the inbound delivery successfully or not, you can see the status is green. And if you come to the status record, we'll find the detail. So see, if I double click this status, it says inbound delivery ending with 250. So if I copy this and go to transaction VL33N to see the VL33N to see the inbound delivery, which is this. Okay, hit enter. So this is created by IDoc. We have provided the time 11 o'clock. We are going to receive this delivery. So this is advanced shipping notification automatically created with the help of IDoc. So rest of the details like material is here. It is created against our purchase order which was sent to the vendor, and come on, see, 924 purchase order ending with 924, we have received the inbound delivery here, and that was done through the IDoc. How we have done? We have used the transaction W19 to fill the IDoc, and in the test tool we have created the IDoc. So once we are in production, then the IDoc will be coming directly from the vendor, and it will create the advanced shipping notification, and we can see the details here in the IDoc list, which is monitoring tool, what IDocs we have received. Suppose there was some error, so it will be red. So you click it. In case of production support you are doing, some ticket is logged, whether some IDocs are failing. So you'll come here in the status record, you will see the messages properly, whether material is blocked or vendor is blocked or anything, quantity is 0 something, yeah, or date format is wrong. So you can uh, check the status and get the error messages here in the status record. So this was all about the inbound IDOC, which is very important because in most of the interview questions, interviewer will ask you. So first of all, they'll ask you whether you have worked on IDocs interfaces. So interface is a generic term. Under interfaces, there can be IDocs, proxies, and other APIs. But normally, if interviewer asks you about interface, you go with IDocs. This is heavily used, and you just tell, I have worked on IDocs, I have done the configuration, I have done the testing, I have created the partner profile, I have done the monitoring, and I have done production support for IDocs. And they can ask you, can you explain me some examples? So you can very well explain about the outbound IDoC, which is creating the purchase order. And uh, so you can explain your outbound experience, and as well as the inbound experience. So take these two examples. You have uh, worked on IDocs for purchase order outbound, and inbound delivery for inbound. So this will be a complete cycle, and it covers I mean, all the questions related to IDocs and scenarios. And they can ask you what kind of support you have done in IDocs, and how do you solve this. So we go to transaction WE05 and check the IDoC, whether it's a red, green, or yellow status. So if it is in the red status, then you go to the status record and check the messages, and then you can go and find the solution, what to do now. uh, so hope you enjoyed this video, and all the very best for your learning and interviews. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.